how you make a motherfucking entrance.
Released March 25th, 2021 for Oculus Quest and set for release on PC VR as Zombieland VR Headshot Fever, July 29th, 2021 by developer and publisher XR Games. Zombieland Headshot Fever is a fast-paced light gun style arcade game that's designed to keep you on the edge till the very end. Thanks to the publisher for the review key. I didn't expect much from this title coming in, and I'm pleased to report I got more than I bargained for. With insane replay value and a bit more depth than expected, Zombieland Headshot Fever is a keeper. Let's talk about visuals. Zombieland Headshot Fever doesn't look great. Not by a long shot, but it doesn't look bad either. It has those bordering on okay, bordering on bad, mediocre visuals, but they get the job done. And I think I've exhausted this statement by now, but being in VR makes mediocre visuals tolerable. Never played a VR game before? Give it a shot. You may or may not agree with me. The character models, environments, and your character's hands look a bit bland. They could use some sprucing up, but at least the gun models look good in their own cartoon-like way. No Half-Life Alyx, but more than adequate in my not-so-humble opinion. Sound gets a thumbs up. Gun blasts, explosions, and all the other effects present are well represented. The voice acting, well, I grade that as, let me say, acceptable B-movie subs. I don't know if Woody Harrelson's bro is considered a B-movie actor, as he has been in A-list movies before, but his representation here of his brother wasn't convincing enough to win any awards from Little Old the Lab Video Game TV anytime soon. He did a good job trying, and so did the others, but the way I see these situations is, there ain't nothing like the real thing, and substitutes are going to be nothing more than that, subs.
As much as I'd be happy not to, they're making me help train you.
One thing I really did not like about the voice actors was the inability to turn them off. And this isn't me being cheeky, like saying to a singer, you should be on radio so I could turn you off, because of how crappy said singer sings. This has nothing to do with the quality of their performances. It's just that this game can get really challenging at times, and dying over and over while listening to these assholes spew cynicism after each death is kinda like those Arkham death screens. I don't need to be reminded how much I suck at this game. And even in-game, they just keep criticizing you. It's like working out and having someone critiquing your every move. Not the time or place, not at all.
Did that hurt? It looked like it hurt.
You can turn their volumes down, but it'd be really great if there was a button that made you remove that stick that's apparently permanently lodged up everyone's ass. I'm just saying.
Ugh, you're looking at me like you want something. I hate that look. Fine.
Even the things they say in the lobby area gets old and annoying. I understand they're working with the source material, but the things they say just gets old real fast. It's like that old saying, if you have nothing useful to say, shut the fuck up, or something along those lines.
Death is just a part of life. No, it's the last part, but still.
The music works, I have no complaints here. It's perfectly fitting. There is a story here, but it is so idiotic, and again, I understand the devs are working with the source material, and while the story doesn't exactly follow any of the movies I saw, the actual movies, while entertaining, are also idiotic. So I get it. But this story was just slapped together to create a premise. Zombieland Headshot Fever is all about you killing as many zombies as you can, as fast as you can. So the story had to follow suit. Some rich guy decided to make a sport out of the apocalypse. You participate, try to win, while earning the game's currency, toilet paper. Now, the idiot who came up with the sport fell victim to his own morbid blood sport and is also a boss character. That's pretty much it. You're the new guy who has to go through training, use your turned friends and relatives as target practice basically. When you're up to scratch, you join the Invitational and prove you're the ultimate badass.
I think you're ready for the Nut Up Cup.
For what this game ultimately is, I'm not complaining about the story, even if I sound like I am. Let me move on to gameplay. Zombieland Headshot Fever is all about combo chains. How do you start and maintain these chains? Headshots, of course. Double tap a zombie in the head with a well-placed bullet and voila, your combo starts. Want to keep it going while making the best times? Pop more heads. It sounds simple, but it's one of those easy to say, harder to do scenarios. You have the ability, the option, to unlock and upgrade new weapons. The unlocks feel way too grindy though. The game is way too stingy with these guns, and the upgrades are underwhelming at best. There also seems to be what feels like manufactured hardship. Try pulling off these much needed headshots with your standard issue sidearm. See how well that works out for you.
Okay.
You're going to need to unlock a perk that makes you aim more like you should. I say manufactured because, while I know pulling off a headshot in real life isn't anywhere near as easy as that rubbish you see in Call of Duty games,
Kill it!
it's still not as difficult as this game makes it seem. Even at close range, it's a huge production. So, you're forced to grind for that perk, and grind those levels a few times over to get a new gun, as each level has multiple objectives. After completing some, you may get nothing more than a new paint job for your gun, while others may reward you handsomely.
You're doing so well. Time to really level up.
I still believe the guns should have been easier to procure though. This isn't Saints and Sinners, it's not that serious.
Running before you walk. You're barely crawling.
You have the option to play seated or standing. Either works well, but for that added level of immersion, standing feels better. Me? I'd prefer to play all games seated. Maybe that's the old timer in me, who knows?
Punch the clock. Let's go to work.
Movements are restricted to teleportation. And while that's my least favorite way to play, I don't see how smooth locomotion would work in a light gun styled game, so teleportation it is. And it's well implemented. And you should have no motion sickness either. Well, I didn't.
Death is just a part of life. Now, it's the last part, but still.
Zombieland Headshot Fever can get real annoying, like I mentioned earlier. But it's not just the voice actors. My main peeve with this game is the reload mechanic. It's definitely suspect. I say suspect because I know deep down that I suck at this game, so it may very well be my own fault, but reloading in this game seems out of place. Hear me out. In order to reload, in the expected VR style, you don't just press a button. You have to do a motion where you release the empty clip, put the gun to about your waist, then the mag pops in. But so many times this failed me. Now, I say again, I say it's suspect because I'm thinking, in the heat of battle, I may be the one at fault here who misses the clip, but here's my argument regardless. Why for a game like this would such precision be required? Again, this ain't Saints and Sinners. And this is a big and, it's not like the reload motion you do is realistic anyway. So why so serious about it? I died so many times because I tried to reload, did the motion, and ended up pointing an empty gun at an oncoming zombie horde. This is the first VR game that I rage quitted. I literally threw my Quest off my head and broke a pair of headphones. Like I said, maybe it's just me. Maybe I suck at this immensely. Still feel it's a bit suspect though. You've got a decent zombie variety to contend with. We got screamers, big guys, ferals, throwers, sports fans, and perhaps a few more. They will certainly keep you occupied if not entertained.
Pop all these targets as quick as you can.
There's also a training area, but I never revisited it after its initial introduction. Oh yeah, the game crashed on me a bunch of times. You know, when I think about it, this game really pissed me off a lot. But here's the thing, no love lost. Despite all my bitching, I really do like this game, flaws and all. I abhor doing things over, backtracking and the like, but Zombieland Headshot Fever offers great replayability, and for once, or at least the first in a long time, I gladly accept said offer. If you loved House of the Dead, or any light gun game from back in the day, you're gonna love this. The added immersion VR offers will make sure of that. So grab a copy of Zombieland Headshot Fever, especially if you're not in the mood to be solving brain-busting puzzles and going off on long-ass quests and missions. This quick pick-up-and-play, easy-to-learn, hard-to-master shooter is great, especially if you're into speedrunning and love a challenge. Thumbs up for Zombieland Headshot Fever. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'm in the early stages of creating a new channel exclusive to VR content called VR Projects. Feel free to show that some love as well once it's up and running. On the other hand, let's say I found a way to piss you off with this video. Then come on guys and gals, this ain't your first rodeo. Double tap them dislike and unsub buttons like you're trying out for the Zombie Invitational and keep it moving. Either way, I won't hold it against you. Our game is never over.
I, for one, am delighted.